You have it for peace of mind, the standard 72-hour emergency kit. But that peace of mind is a lie. After Hurricane Maria, some waited over 100 days for aid. Why such a long delay? For the first 72 hours, officials aren't bringing you supplies. They're focused on search and rescue. Life-sustaining support, the food and water you need, comes much later. We'll now expose the flawed premise of your kit and give you a new framework for real resilience. So where did this 72-hour number originate? It's not from modern disaster data. It's a Cold War relic. It assumed you would shelter in a basement for a few days, waiting for the government to restore order. But modern disasters don't just damage infrastructure, they erase it. Roads, power, and supply chains are gone for weeks. Even government agencies know this. FEMA's new official guidance for the Pacific Northwest is a minimum of 14 days of supplies. From 3 days to 14. That's an admission the foundation was wrong. The timeline is the first failure. Now the contents. Let's discuss fuel for your body. How many calories are in your kit? And how many do you actually need under extreme stress? Most kits offer 1,200 calories a day, but a stressed body needs over 3,500 just to avoid cognitive decline. You're becoming less capable. Next, water. A 3-day supply for a family of 4 weighs over 100 pounds. If you must evacuate on foot, that kit gets abandoned. What about waste? Standard kits have no plan. In disasters, more people die from diseases like dysentery than the initial event. And medication? A 72-hour supply of insulin isn't a plan. When supply chains are broken for weeks, it's a countdown. So the kit fails your body's basic needs. But what about the gear? You trust it to work. You shouldn't. Studies show 60% of kit owners have expired items. That means useless medication, rancid food, and medical tape with no adhesion. Your flashlight won't work. Why? The alkaline batteries leaked and corroded it. Lithium batteries have a 20-year life and don't leak. You're in digital darkness when cell towers are down. Without physical copies of your ID and deed, you can't get aid. It's a second disaster. These failures point to a bigger problem, the gear trap. The belief that buying equipment is the same as being prepared. Survival is 90% skill, 10% gear. Can you use that tourniquet under pressure? Purify water? An expensive kit you don't understand is just dead weight. The timeline is wrong, the supplies are inadequate, and the gear is a trap. But the most profound failure is mental. It's called the 72-hour wall. The point where hope collapses if rescue hasn't arrived. Your kit is designed to fail at this critical psychological moment. So what prevents this despair? A bigger kit for one person to carry? The data shows that's the wrong answer. The biggest myth in preparedness is the lone wolf survivor. Research from disasters is clear. Your kit's quality is not the top survival predictor. The real factor is community strength. Knowing neighbors, pooling resources, and sharing skills saves lives. The connected community survives. This is why overlooked items are vital. An analog radio breaks the information vacuum. A deck of cards is a tool to maintain morale and fight trauma. Let's connect these failures. The flawed 72-hour timeline creates a physiological crisis, compounded by failing gear and a disregard for psychology. Remember the 100 pounds of water? One person can't carry that. The physics of water prove the lone wolf is a fantasy. You need a community. Recall that help isn't bringing supplies at first? That makes the set it and forget it mistake lethal. The delay is why your gear must be maintained. The 72-hour kit isn't just a bag with the wrong items. It's an outdated philosophy that sells a false sense of security. So, what is the alternative? We throw out the old model. Stop thinking 72-hour kit. Start thinking long-term resilience plan. This plan has 3 pillars. 1. A 14-day supply timeline at home. 2. Skills over gear. 3. Community over isolation. Meet your neighbors. Here's your first step. This week, calculate the weight of 14 days of water for your family. Then, introduce yourself to one neighbor. Don't just prepare to survive the event. Prepare to live through the weeks that follow. That is the difference between a kit and a future.